Hello, hello. How's everyone doing tonight? Here we go. Okay, so I think we'll be doing more Phoenix Wright tonight. See if maybe we can finish this case that we're on. Not super likely, but we'll see. Okay. Let's hope that the capture works this time. Nope, it is most definitely not working. There it is. Okay. Oh, I have to remember how I was doing Kuda's voice last night. Can't remember how I was doing it last night. It's more.
First of all, I want to stress that this might be nothing. I'm not too sure of myself. The young boy slumped over the table as soon as he took one sip of his Javachino. Well, the clumsy idiot upset the vase. He knocked it right over. And it broke. The strip of cloth covering the table got completely soaked. Well, how about that? Turn things upside down,
Is that all?
Yes, that's all. I remember it perfectly. Yeah, you're doubting me again. You're doubting a poor, defenseless old man.
No, we are not doubting you, Mr. Kudo.
Don't you get the feeling there's a question hanging on everyone's lips, Nick?
Yeah, so what? Probably. That's all I can think of. I have to cross-examine this guy. And I have to cross-examine this guy.
You're bird brain, that's all you can think of.
Very well. Mr. Wright, your final cross-examination, please. Even in death, he's a clumsy piece of shit. The court generally prefers that the witnesses are sure of themselves, Mr. Kudo.
Noisy brat, I'm warning you. I'm more savage than a macho man right now. You won't beat me with this testimony. This is the final battle.
Ow.
Ow!
He's chucking those seeds harder than ever. I better be careful.
Come on, Nick. Nail him.
The court has already heard that testimony, Mr. Kudo.
I know that. I was just setting the mood. How else am I supposed to build up suspense, huh?
The suspense?
Yes. Now what do you think? Should I work the audience a bit more?
No. Please continue, Mr. Kudo, as quickly as possible.
Alright, now where was I? Yes, the young boy slumped over the table and... Well, the clumsy idiot upset the... Oh,
The court has already heard that testimony. A vase, you say?
Well, yes, there are vases on all the tables in that place. They're accidents waiting to happen. They're practically begging to be knocked over.
Well, he's right about there being vases. I do remember seeing them too. There was a vase on the table when I ate lunch there. And you saw the moment when the victim actually knocked over the vase.
Well, it's hard to say. It's a bit unclear. How do you really define?
Okay, I get it.
I heard it break, and the sight of it is burned into my memory, clear as day.
Soaked in water, you mean?
Yes, it splashed me on the knee as well.
You said you were sitting at the table across from the victim, correct? And yet the water still managed to splash onto you?
It was cold. I clearly remember it splashing onto me.
Could the water really make it all the way across the other side of the room?
Well, how about that?
Hey, have you seen this game? I sell a lot. I'd love to see if people know it or are blind. I've played through this game before. You mean the vase on the victim's table falling upside down and breaking?
The vase turned upside down, and my testimony's turning this case upside down. It's a joke. I wanted everything to hear it, or everyone to hear it. What do you think, Captain?
I'm impressed. Your ability to waste time. Godot hasn't raised any objections for a while now.
So you young show-off, with that scrap of information, I'm throwing down the gauntlet. If I lose this one, I'll take it like a man and admit defeat.
I know this case. Yeah, this one's a little fuzzy for me because it's been 2-3 years since I played the game. But please avoid spoilers for the rest of chat, please. He's really giving you the evil eye, Maya.
It's you he's looking at, Nick, not me. It's like he's saying, I triple dog dare you to find a contradiction, young'un.
I guess I'll just have to rise to the challenge then. Sir? Mr. Kudo, this is a photograph of the crime scene.
Ah, so what?
Look carefully at the table. The vase is there, intact.
Huh?
Lost your tongue, Granddad?
I'm no granddad of yours, hopscotch. Ow. Ow!
Enough. If you throw any more seeds in this courtroom, the cleaners will be here all night.
Ah!
What is it now?
I just remembered something.
Yes? Go on.
The broken vase. It was on my table.
What?
Ah, well, you see. It startled me when that young lad collapsed. So I stood up. That must have been when it fell over. The vase on my table, I mean.
The vase on your table?
Yes, it was on my table. And that's how my groin came to be completely soaked.
Thank you, Mr. Kudo. You've certainly earned your kudos for today.
I'd like to ask a question now. Have I been any use at all?
Perhaps that's something you should reflect on yourself, Mr. Kudo.
Wait a minute. If that's the case, there's more. I've got more to say. Oh yes, I remembered something else.
Bailiff, escort the witness out of the courtroom.
Wait, listen to me.
Nope. Not gonna listen. We're done here, old man. Well, we seem to have been considerably sidetracked. And I am still not in a position to deliver a verdict. The defendant has not been positively identified as the waitress in question. Additionally, there are two disparities in the testimony we have heard thus far. The mark on the coffee cup and the victim that the victim supposedly drank from with his left hand, and the earpiece which was inserted into his left ear, out of which he couldn't hear.
Wow, Nick, you did it.
I therefore require both the defense and the prosecution to further investigate the facts. Yes, Your Honor. There is one more thing before I call today's session to an end.
Well, one more thing, Your Honor?
The witness we just heard from. He is most insistent that his testimony should be of use. So he's summarized it accordingly into this statement. Okay. You may each have a copy of it if you wish. Whatever. The prosecution doesn't need props like that.
Kudo's really mad, huh?
Yeah, I would be too. Very well. Here you are then, Mr. Wright. There are 3 copies. Mine, my own, yours, and Mr. Godot's.
Yes, Your Honor. Hello, JR. How you doing? Can we get a shout out for JR, please?
When the incident occurred, I broke the vase of my seat. I'm sorry.
Oh no! Fucking hell, I'm an idiot. I am so sorry, guys. Oh no. Well, at least I saved at a somewhat good point.
Oh, hi. Hello, QT. Can we get a shout out for QT as well? How about you doing? I'm sorry, this isn't a piece of testimony, more like a 5-year-old's apology. What the heck are we supposed to do with 3 copies?
Our nose in 2 of them?
Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah. How far will it
Oh god.
go?
All the way.
Not as far as you'd hope.
Things are going well. That is all. This court is adjourned. Save your progress up to this point? Yes. Love that video. Just went to dinner for JR's birthday. Nice.
Happy birthday.
January 7th, 12:52 p.m. Wright and Co. law offices.
So, do you think the trial went? How do you think the trial went this morning?
But,
Yeah. How do you think it went? Got a bit crazy in there. I just wonder if that killed our chances.
yeah, I guess it did get out of hand.
Shakudo's testimony did nothing to help us.
Oh, excuse me.
Plus, now we don't even know the identity of the waitress who laced the coffee. All we know is what old Kudo saw.
apron straps and the ribbon. And that the victim was wearing an earpiece when his eardrum was ruptured. Talk about a terrifying case of contradictionitis. Oh, jeez. Time to play doctor and find ourselves secure then, huh? Yeah, we gotta find one for Maggie or she's gonna have a terminal case of guilty. That's not a joking matter, Maya. I guess Maggie's still in question. What? But we've got questions to ask her too. Maggie! Maggie! Keep it down, Maya. This isn't a playground, you know. Empty as usual. Yeah, and it's lunchtime too. Is this a chef? That's it. Come on, come on, come on. No, probably not. Hey, that sounds like... Now, just call an 8, pal. Come on, I know you can. He's getting really worked up about something. No, that's the wrong number. Ah, looks like an 8 would have only netted me $5 anyway. What a ripoff. What's the problem, Detective Gumshoe? Huh? Oh, it's you. I was just... I was just listening to the radio, pal. To the radio? Ooh, Elden Ring co-op, have fun. Hey, Detective Gumshoe's having lunch here. He is, and he's having the twin tea set. What can I say? This is a nightmare. How am I supposed to look Maggie in the eye now, pal? You really drove her into a corner, you know. You always blow apart my testimony. Why of all days didn't you do it today? Sorry, there just weren't any holes in it. For once. Yeah, what's happened? Usually your testimonies are like Swiss cheese. Swiss cheese? Would he have preferred crumbly like aged Parmesan? Anyway, this case has already been ruled on. There shouldn't be any holes left to find. So, did Maggie say anything to you? About me, I mean. Well, how did she put it again? I can't believe Detective Gumshoe. I hate him, sir. I mean it. I don't ever want to see him again. Something like that? Please, Detective Gumshoe, I didn't mean... Why? Why is this happening? He's banging his head against the wall, Nick. Oh man, poor Gumshoe. So, did you like the twin tea set? I've never paid that much money for lunch before. I was so nervous, my hands were shaking. So, how did it taste? Well, for $20, I guess. I don't know how to describe it, really. It was... delicate. Delicate? You mean you liked it? It didn't taste bad to you? What's the matter with him? Looks like he's thinking. That's it. I've been trying to think of the right word to describe the taste. And I just realized it's bad. That's it. It tasted bad. It's kind of hard to admit it to yourself when you paid $20 for it, no? Maybe he should have found out about the price after he had finished eating. Hey, Nick, maybe that's why Glen Elk came here. Maybe he heard about the super fierce twin tea set. If by fierce you mean fearsome, speaking of Glen Elk, that reminds me. We still hardly know anything about the guy. Why don't we ask Detective Gumshoe what he knows, seeing as he's here? So what were you all excited about earlier? Huh? That's right, you said you were listening to the radio or something.
No, that was nothing. I wasn't excited.
Come on, Detective Gumshoe, you can tell little old me. What were you listening to?
Nothing really. It was just the daily exercise show.
Lotto tickets. What the? A cyclock?
This lunch special's lobster sure is great.
Then why are there tears in your eyes? Gumshoe. Come on, dude. Alright, Detective Gumshoe, tell me the truth. What were you listening to?
No, wait, pal. Now that you've made a big thing out of it, I'm not gonna tell you.
Kinky. We'll see about that, pal. Considering all the noise you were making while you were listening, it's pretty clear what kind of radio program it was. I'd say it was related to... the lotto. I'm right, aren't I? You were listening to the lottery results, weren't you? You thought you tried to win big like Glenn Elk did.
It's like you can see right through me.
Huh? I've cracked him already.
See, pal, that's why I said it was nothing.
Usually pretty lucky, huh?
I'm usually pretty lucky, so I figured I'd give it a try.
Thank you for the hydro, sir. Where is my... There it is. Imagine these popping up when you ask for their safe word. What's with everyone in the lottery?
So, how did it go? I won 50 cents. It'd be better to win nothing at all than half a lousy buck. I was so mad.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
I bought the same kind of ticket as Mr. Elk, see? And they've got this special radio show where they announce the winning numbers. They even do the drawings live on the air. It's intense, pal.
But that's what Mr. Elk was listening to on the day he was killed. Yeah. What time is it now?
It's just after 1:30.
And are the lottery results always broadcast at the same time?
Yeah, look, I got this flyer when I bought the ticket.
Millionaire radio? That sounds cool. I want to try it, Nick. Then buy a ticket, Maya, with your own money. Wait. I remember.
This guy was a real programming genius. They called him the walking computer at the place where he worked.
What happens when he crashes, though? Does he just stop moving all of a sudden? He wasn't literally a computer, Maya.
Anyway, there's nothing between Maggie and the victim.
Yeah, that's what we found yesterday, too. Hey, Detective Gumshoe, don't you have any information that's a bit more fun?
Fun? Oh, I know. So, have you paid a visit to where Mr. Elg worked yet? You might as well.
His workplace? Where's that?
A computer firm called Blue Screens Incorporated, or something like that.
Sounds like a real stable company. This could be fun. This could be fun, Nick. Let's go. Stable company, yeah. Computers aren't really my thing, Maya.
We'll be fine. I know all about that high-tech stuff.
I wonder about that.
It's just around the corner from this joint. You should take a look.
A computer firm called Blue Screens Incorporated, huh? January 7th, Blue Screens Incorporated.
Wow, this place is so high-tech you can almost smell the electricity in the air.
It is a computer firm, Maya. They can't work without electricity, you know. Who are you?
Hello.
I'm sorry. Access is restricted to authorized personnel only. This is a computer programming laboratory. There are far too many trade secrets that could be leaked.
Wow, what secrets?
Everything you see here is classified. No information can leave this building.
Understood.
Who is this woman? She's like a robot from some kind of whacked educational show.
The suit has lights.
My name is Lisa Basil. I'm the company director. The director? She's human. She seems more like a ghost in a shell. And that thing over her eye, isn't that the same device as Glen Elks?
That's a DMH, right?
HMD. Nice try, but it's the other way around, Maya. It's an HMD. All of my programmers here at Blue Screens Inc. are supplied with HMDs.
Then, do you write programs too?
No, I just enjoy wearing this.
They are pretty cool. I wouldn't mind one. Whoa, look at this desk, Nick. What a mess.
Looks pretty average to me.
But you can't get any work done with everything all over the place like this.
You think? Real WizKids can work under any condition, you know? She's trying to hint that I should tidy my desk more. I'll clean up my desk when Maya stops asking silly questions. No hurry then. Happy Sunday. How you doing, Psychotic?
Hey, this calendar.
What about it? If this is another hint about tidying, you can forget it.
Someone's marked December 3rd in red pen.
December 3rd? That's the day Mr. Elg was murdered. Is there anything else?
Yeah, it says meet with the tiger.
The tiger? Glenn's calendar added to the court record.
Wow, look at this mess.
Looks like they're all betting tickets.
What kind of betting tickets?
They're betting on which horse will win a given race. They're horse racing tickets.
Oh wow, his drawers are stuffed full of these.
Looks like they're all listing tickets though. Horse racing betting tickets found in Glen Elg's desk. There's over 500 of them.
This many tickets would get you what? $1 down at the recycling center? But I didn't know you were so hard up that you'd try to profit from the dead, Nick.
I'm just taking them as evidence, Maya. He's really pounding that keyboard, isn't he?
Wow, I bet that's where the pro and programmer comes from, huh? I guess I shouldn't be resting on my laurels. Gotta expand my skill set and all that.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Maybe I could become old CD's apprentice.
And what about your spirit medium training?
Hey, look, Nick, it's a supercomputer. Looks like it's a really smart and wise, doesn't it?
Computers are only as smart as the humans who use them, Maya.
That explains why we don't use computers in our office.
You work there too, Maya.
Yeah, but at least I'm...
Please don't argue about something that's so trivial. Otherwise, the computer will laugh at you.
She said she'd laugh at us, Nick.
She's a human, Maya, not a computer. So, what exactly is this firm's business? I will try to simplify it so that you can understand. We analyze the data management systems required by certain branches of industry, and then deliver optimum operating systems and source-level components to them. Huh? You lost me at the corner of analyze and management. It doesn't matter, they analyze stuff. You got that much, right? The software we produce is distributed on CDs. Because they're trustworthy also, yo. CDs? Yes, compact discs, digital optical storage media. Of course, CDs are used for software as well as music. It is a small firm, but all my employees are first-class programmers. Let's ask one of them what they are doing. Excuse me, what are you working on right now? I'm researching the Well, you get the idea. This is the sort of thing we are involved in. Did you good people follow all of that? Yeah? Your blank smile just said otherwise, Maya. You know about what happened to happened, right, Miss Basil? You mean about Glenn being poisoned? Yes, I know. It's terrible. Can you tell us anything that might be helpful? I don't think so. A police officer was here earlier too. But I couldn't tell him anything either because the waitress who committed the crime has nothing to do with Blue Screens Inc. Oh. How about Mr. Elg's desk? Have you cleared it out already? No, not yet. It's this one right in front of you. If there's anything that might be useful to you, you're welcome to take it. I guess there might be a clue here somewhere. Would you mind taking a look at this? I'm sorry, that data is super admin restricted, desktop access password protected. Super admin restricted, desktop access password protected. That means nothing. Super admin restricted, desktop access password protected. What? This is madness. Programmer on the left needs a posture check. These people know their computers. A code word? Sesame. If it's not Sesame, then it must be her mother's maiden name. That's how it always is. There's no point in having a password if it's always the same thing, Maya. I guess she just doesn't want to talk about this. Maybe we should just focus on asking about Glen Elk. What do you say? About Mr. Elk. He was a top programmer. I would even say he was a genius. But he did suffer from 1 or 2 bugs in his personality. Oh, like what? He was a bit of a loser. Perhaps that would be the best way to describe it. That's what got him into trouble. What's the matter? He was a top programmer. I would even say he was a genius. So he was really no trouble at all. A model employee. Hey, wait a minute. Just now you said something about him being in trouble. We've got to find out what this trouble... about this trouble exactly. Glenn's troubles? About Mr. Elk. Was he in some kind of trouble? I'm sorry? Why would you think that? I thought you said something about it just now. You said he got himself into some trouble because he was a bit of a loser. Three Cyclops? I guess Mr. Elk is like every other man with his own pile of secrets. let's at least get a peek at what these locks might be. He's a miserable man, though. Mm-hmm. So how about you tell me what kind of trouble Mr. L goes in? I'm sorry, sir, but we don't deal with troubleshooting here. Perhaps you'd like to speak to someone in customer service? What's she talking about? I guess I better just take a shot and see where it gets me. Miss Basil, let me ask you something. Did Mr. Elg's trouble have something to do with this? Well, what do you think? I'm not sure. Let me ask one of the programmers. Excuse me, can you answer this man's query, please? Speak to the managers. So I'm afraid that is the situation, you see. Did you good people follow that? Not even slightly. What was all that mumbo jumbo? I don't see any sign of Mr. Kudo, do you? Maybe he went to buy another ton of bird seeds. I was kind of hoping he wouldn't be here anyway. At least, not for now. Besides, any more seeds today and I'm liable to turn into a real phoenix. Hey, check this out. I wouldn't get too close to that if I were you. Otherwise, you might be in for a shock. My phony must be lurking someplace nearby. Just imagine, a tiger loose in the city. Meanwhile, the real phoenix is like an abandoned chick, lost in a vast urban jungle. Huh? Don't worry, someday you'll grow up and become a ferocious tiger too. Don't lose hope. Why is she trying to pep talk me into becoming my phony? Hey, look, pigeons! Yeah, and heaps of them too. Did you know that pigeons are, no. Ah. Huh? Mr. Armstrong's talking to someone. I'll be back next month. That old man talked a lot about pigeons and stuff, right? No, not really. He was assaulting the pigeons with the seeds. Oui, naturellement. Naturellement. I will be waiting for you. If you haven't got it by then, I'm afraid I might just get a little hot. I'm afraid it might get a little hot around here. I'll have everything ready, I promise. Well, he had a whole pigeon song, yeah, while he was eating the seeds. I love fire, you know. I love the way it crackles. No, stop it, I beg you. And don't let me down. I'll be watching you. I know, this is not necessary. You can trust me, mademoiselle. Talk to anyone, and I'll drive a knife right through your heart. Oh, no, you do not have to worry. You know, you worry far too much. Maybe this will help you relax. It is the oil of sandalwood. I do love raw meat from time to time. Ah. I'll be taking my leave. Goodbye for now.
Why is her head so big?
I have the shivers. I must rub some of my oil all over my body before I become a nervous wreck. There. Oh, oui, that feels good. Oh la la. Excusez-moi, monsieur. My eyes, my eyes! Your eyes? If you have trouble with your eyes, you need this, the oil of sandalwood. Isn't that just the leftovers of what you were just using? Don't charge that cranial enlargement. You don't exactly have many customers, do you, Mr. Armstrong? No, you're right, monsieur. But perhaps that is the perfect time for you to visit me, no? That way I can give you my undivided attention and cook for you la dish supreme. Putting on a brave face, huh?
That's what girls do, Nick.
You are right. Business is very difficult these days. Perhaps the name is the problem. People do not understand it. They think it is trade. I just want people to think that my restaurant was exclusive. But they think you serve fast food on cheap plastic trays?
Nick, that's the kind of thing that can make a girl cry.
Have you forgotten that Mr. Armstrong is a man, Maya? But this restaurant is my life. Everything. It is everything to me. I will defend it to la finale. No one will take it from me. So who was that woman you were just talking to? Oh la la, you saw that? Well, yes. Sorry.
So, who was she? She looks so polite and graceful.
Polite? Graceful?
And she likes raw meat and fire, right?
I'll be back next month. Wait, we just went through this. Now we're just padding for time. Now that I think about it, hey, Maya, I think it's pretty clear what kind of conversation that we're having.
You think so? Well, then let's show him that piece of evidence and see what happens.
So long as that paper exists, I am but a delightful angel with broken wings. An angel, huh? That?
An angel, huh? Doesn't bode well when you think about it.
We, they keep harassing me, month after month. This man is fabulous. In the end, I had to give in. I agreed to help them. No, this man's a kleptomaniac. Then again, so is Maya. Huh. So's Nick. You know what? He's fantastic.
Help them? With what?
My bien sir, if I did not owe them money, I would have refused. But my hands were tied. Please, please, what did you agree to help them with? Oh, I cannot say. If I tell you that woman, she will slice me up and eat me with a salad garnish. Ew, I hope he doesn't mean that he'll literally be sliced up and served with garnish. No, you know, she's got the dead eyes of a murderer. I'm going to guess that woman has something to do with your loan contract, am I right?
Please, Mr. Armstrong, tell us about that woman.
The woman who was here earlier. I take it that she's, why has it come to this? What a tragedy. Suddenly, I find myself so deep in the debt. It is a sign of the bad world we live in, no? No, I'd say it's more of a sign of the bad culinary skills. The woman who was here, the scary woman, she is from the loan office. Loan office? Is that where you borrowed $500,000 from? Oui, tender lender, it is called.
Catchy name. Just hearing it makes me want to borrow some money.
Please, you must not borrow money from, must not borrow from them. If you must, no more than $10. $10 sounds like your monthly, sounds like your whole monthly stipend, Maya.
Hey, I get a bit more than that. Thank you very much.
So the tender lender is the loan office you borrowed $500,000 from, huh?
I wonder if they got anything to do with this case.
I am a weak woman. When I am upset, I have to buy something nice to cheer me up. Thanks to him loaning me the money, I have to pay back $500,000 now. I am like his slave. I have to do everything that he tells me.
Who's this he?
The tiger.
The tiger?
He is the manager of the tender lender, a terrifying man, the big city monster. When he shouts at me, my knees are trembling and his voice is ringing in my ears for 2 days. As soon as I hear the noise of that battered old scooter he rides, I start to cry. A big city mobster who rides a battered old scooter. Does this guy resemble me by any chance? Oh, no. This man has a presence, a most formidable personality. Although, he does have the spiky hair, just like you. There is a resemblance there, I suppose. Sounds like this loan office is worth checking out after all. If you want to visit the tender lender, it is just beyond Vitamin Square.
Hey, Nick. If you need money, I can loan you some. As long as it's less than $3.
Thanks for the offer. Just beyond Vitamin Square, huh? Move. Tribune.
Well, I'm gonna head back to the precinct now. We've got a big meeting starting in a bit. About Maggie's case, you mean? No, that's pretty much wrapped up now. There's another big case going down at the moment, so she's been pushed aside. Okay, we'll see you later then. Bye.
You better get going, detective, or you'll be late.
Actually, I kind of got a favor to ask. It's a big one.
A favor?
Yeah, it's for, Maggie, actually. I was kind of hoping you'd give this to her for me. What is it? It's a lunchbox. I got up early so I could make it. I've been real worried about her. She looked like she'd lost a lot of weight.
Detective Gumshoe.
How many weenies are in here? There's not a person that could, on Earth who could down this much meat.
I can manage.
You think? I love weenies. I can't get enough of their tender juiciness. So will you give it to her? It took me ages to make, so please say you will, pal.
I can't exactly say no, can I? A tenderly handmade lunchbox fills the stomach with love and plenty of weenies.
Maybe I'll eat it myself if I get hungry. Don't forget, okay? I'm counting on you to give that to Maggie.
He's finally gone. January 7th, Tender Lender. This place gives off a really strange vibe, doesn't it? Looks like the tiger isn't in his lair. And that is, as they say, a very good thing. Welcome. Talk about a creepy voice. It makes your soul want to shrivel up and die. You're here to discuss alone? No, not exactly. The manager is away at the moment. Wait quietly, please. She's gone, just like that. I guess we'll just have to come back another time. But this is a perfect opportunity, Nick. This place reeks of suspicion. Come on, Nick, let's take a look around, okay? Do you think it'd be okay? Of course, no one will ever know. Coffee? Ah! I'll leave it here for you to enjoy. Quietly. Yes, thank you. Do not touch the desk, please. Nick, let's get out of here. Now she wants to get out of here? There's a CD player on the desk, but the desk is so loud, it's a wonder you can hear it. Well, it's open. I wonder what kind of music the tiger's into. Have you finished the coffee? Ah! Yes, thanks. It was lovely. So, you drink it all? If you touch anything that doesn't belong to you, there's always another cup. That coffee, it was laced or something, I'm almost sure of it. Nick, my stomach is killing me. Oh wait, maybe it was just the burger I ate for breakfast. I sure hope so. We better take a look at the CD while we're still alive and have the chance. What the? What? It's not the Rocco soundtrack, is it? Claw of the Tiger? It's a demo CD. The artist's name has been handwritten on the disc. MC Bomber. What? This must be the CD Maggie told us about. Let's listen to it. I bet it's heavy metal. No way, that woman will make us drink more coffee if we do. Oh no, someone's dropped the ashtray on the floor. That's gonna be a nightmare to clean up. Yeah, it's all over the rug and everything. I accidentally knocked over a really big space heater once. Cleaning it up was such a pain. It was one of those super antiques you have to burn a ton of charcoal. How did she manage to knock one of those over? Aren't they supposed to be super heavy? Oh, hey, look, there's a book of matches here too. Matches, huh? Places don't give those out much nowadays. Hey, wait a second. What is it? Look what's printed on its cover. It says Très bien. These matches could come in handy. We might be able to use them. Yeah, the pilot light for the office boiler keeps going out. Swing and a miss, Maya. Swing and a miss. Hey, look at this Parisian-style coat. It's so chic. Looks more like a pimp coat to me. Guess I haven't got an eye for fashion. Hey, look at this. This suit is the same color as the one you wear, Nick. The same color as my suit. Ah! Keep your voice down, Maya. Nick, you've got to take a look at this. Some cake. Ah! I'll just leave it here for you. Yeah, sure. Thanks. Just wait here quietly. Otherwise... Sure. Did you hear that, Nick? Wait here quietly, she said. Yeah, sure. I have my eye on you. Only so that I can take care of you. Understand? Is it raining?
Ah, I'm scared, Nick.
So, what were you getting excited about before?
Look, on the lapel of this suit.
That's an attorney's badge.
Is a tiger a lawyer?
No, wait, look at this thing. It's made of paper. Paper badge added to the court record.
For some reason, your badge suddenly looks really cheap to me, Nick.
Why doesn't anyone recognize an obviously fake badge when they see one? Oh, here we go. I'm not doing that. I think it is raining.
Ah!
Come out from under the desk, Maya. What are you two snooping around my office for? Push-ups? Oh, God.
Okay, push-ups.
Oh, it's really coming down outside, isn't it? Who is actually that color? I've actually met a few people. Pretty more than they usually get. Alright. He's a fierce Cheeto. Yeah. My precious carpet, you's got ash on my rug. You's gotta wish your ugly feet never came through my door. It wasn't us. You just wanna argue with me? Is that what you doing? You think yous can take me on? I'm gonna flatten yous two into pancakes and turn yous into my new rugs. Ah! Oh. Don Tigray, you're back. Ah, that voice is like evil seeping into your head through your ears. Well, I can't imitate that, obviously. There is a Legend of Mana anime releasing soon. Oh. There it is. I always forget to do that scene. Yeah, I'll take care of the package later. Not that it really super matters if you can't see the screen. It's mostly... I mean, yes, it's nice to see which character's here. I'm sorry, Don T. Gray. I knocked over that ashtray earlier, and... Hey! Has she got a death wish or what? huh? Forget about it, Violetta. It's none. What? 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 I ain't gonna get mad at you. You're too cute, you hear? That's so unfair. Here, have some cookies. I just baked them. And you'll need some strong espresso while you're discussing your loan. Phoenix Wright. Yes? You're either crazy or just plain stupid to chase after me. I worked so hard, but now you's gotta come and mess up my plan. So it was him. He's my phony. Yeah, but I don't care. No one gets in my way. What? I mean, excuse me? You should have left the little girl at home, right? Ah! No questions. This is the last time we meet. Ah, wait, please.
That was pretty weak, Nick. You waited until he was out of earshot before you shouted after him.
Like you're one to talk. I didn't hear you scream, "Hold it," either. Wait, hold on. Wait, hang on, wait.
Hold it!
There it is. Yeah, you do a great job of narrating. It's not critical. I try and at least make the characters distinguishable from each other, but it's sometimes hard. I keep blending certain characters together. The espresso. Ah! And cookies. This woman is definitely not good for my heart. Now, what was it the tiger called her? Violetta? So, I'm kind of curious about your company, Tender Lender. With the warm and friendly atmosphere you'd expect from a family-sized business, a conscientious rate of interest, and an attractive repayment policy. Why do I get the feeling this sentence is not going to end well? We will tenderly lend you a little bit extra here at Tender Lender. Hey Nick, things are a bit tight for Wright & Co. at the moment, aren't they? I mean, that's $500. There's that $500 you owe me from our card game for starters. Why don't you take out a loan? Would I like to take out a loan from a place like this? Not so much. Tender Lender is on your side. So, let's say I'm late with my repayment. What happens then? We'd give you more coffee. Strong coffee. Right. I think I'd rather skip town. Hey, just remember, I can make strong coffee too, Nick. Strong tea as well. So, do you know about the incident we're investigating? Incident? Well, a man was poisoned in a restaurant near here. That incident. Let me see. I was here that day with the manager. The manager being the tiger? Furio Tigre. Somehow don't think Maya would serve cyanide tea like this place would. Furio Tigre? So that's where the tiger thing comes from. Zen Eop's got a real name, Nick. Hurry and find out more about him. Can I ask you about the tiger? I mean, Mr. Tigre. Cookie? Sure. How do you like my cookies? I bake them myself.
Go ahead, Nick. The honor is all yours.
No. Ladies first, Maya. No matter how I look at it, I just don't get it. What are the tiger and the scary girl doing working together? We are lovers. That's not exactly coming across in your tone of voice. And I owe Don Tiger my life. Don Tigre my life. He's the one who saved me. The tiger saved you? Please address him properly as Don Tigre. Otherwise, I'll have to... Okay, Don Tigre. Of course, I'm sorry. You saved her life? I'd sure like to know how that happened. I'm very frail, you see. Just recently, I died. Once. You died? About 4 months ago. The doctor said to abandon all hope. I guess they were expecting her to take a boat ride across the River Styx. We've been there. Lovely place, actually. But Don Tigre, he saved me. He gave up everything. Everything? When I found out what he had done for me, I was happy. No offense, but I'm finding that a little hard to believe. I decided I'd pay him back with my life by serving him coffee and espresso. I still wonder what about what's in her coffee. So, is that why you've got got that bandage around your head? This? So what's the story with the head bandage? They put it on after the operation. Operation? It's just a little injury. A little fatal injury. Fatal injury? Maya just suffered one herself, by the sound of it. So that's the injury you were talking about when before when you said you had died once? She really creeps me out, Nick. Same here, but we've got to find out the truth. Let's see, this round doll thing is called a Dharma, I think. I figured I'd read a book or two and be more cultured in case you're wondering. I mean, you aren't making stuff up for it? You mean you aren't making stuff up for a change? I bet you also didn't know that no matter what, he'll always right himself. Go on, Nick. Give him a good shove. Only if I feel like dying. Now this yellow thing is a Japanese chess piece. I think it's a king. Not that I'm an expert or anything. I'm more of a reversey person, you know? Assuming she knows what she's talking about, these aren't exactly your typical mobster wannabe items. They're not trophies, are they? Hey, there's a piece of paper sticking out from under there. What is it? A repair bill. Looks like he did some repair work on his car. Does he even have one? 15,000 to replace a bumper and a light? That's insane. The car is registered to Cadaverinis? Huh? So it's not even the Tiger's car? Why would someone else's repair bill be in the Tiger's office? What's this? It's a punching bag. What? No way, you wouldn't catch me walking around with a bag like that. What do you mean, walking around? The design's gross to start with, and it's way too heavy to be practical. And why is it called a punching bag? Don't people know messenger bags are in? I know it. I was right before back at Trevian. Paris fashion is more my thing. I really hope she's pulling my chain on this one. Win through compromise?
I wonder what that's supposed to mean.
It must mean something if they took the trouble to frame it like that.
Yeah, well, it doesn't make any sense to me. That's Tender Lender's guiding principle. Oh? Compromise the customer to win. Oh, I see. How about you, Nick?
Yeah, well, as long as we don't have to compromise my hair, I'd say we're okay. That's one slogan no business owner should ever explain to their customers. Okay. That's one impressive desk on one impressive rug.
It's all gold, Nick. Gold. Just look at it shine. Real gold. Only real gold shines like that.
Would you really want such a shiny desk, though?
I don't know, but let's see what it's like to sit at a solid gold desk. Wow, I'm completely dazzled.
That's because it's completely dazzling.
I can see up my nose in the reflection. That's gotta be really distracting.
So the desk isn't practical. No surprise there. The head bandage. You said that the bandage around your head was from an operation? You also said you suffered a fatal injury to the head, correct?
Yes, the operation was very difficult, apparently.
Now, by fatal injury, you mean you were hurt very badly somehow, right? Did the injury in question have something to do with this? Well,
Donuts? I baked them myself. Homemade donuts. Have one.
what's inside?
Jam and...
I'm sorry, but I didn't quite catch that. Thanks, but no thanks. I think I'll pass. Guess that was a flop. Okay. I don't...
There he is. Old Sadie's back feeding the pigeons again. There, take this and this. And get out of my park.
Like I thought, he's really mad. Come on, Maya. Just keep your head down and let's sneak away while we still can.
What? Why? Hello, old man.
What are you doing, Maya?
Huh?
Ah.
Hey, he just turned his back on us.
I'm not surprised. I bet I really hurt his pride in court this morning.
Hey, Mr. Kudo.
Pigeon, That is an angry old man.
Look, we really need to talk to you, all right? Out with the demons. Ow, ow, ow. Seeds, shell splinters, painful.
I always knew you were a demon, Maya. Today's trial. I'm sorry about what happened in court earlier today.
Yeah, everyone will be talking about me behind my back now. A dirty old man who was so busy looking at the serving girl's backside that he can't remember her face. A filthy, depraved animal.
Not at all.
Are you listening to me, boy? I don't care what you say. I saw that waitress put it in. She put some white powder in the young lad's Javachino. We hear you. And another thing, the young layabout was wearing an earpiece. On the same side as the lens of his broken spectacles. We're really sorry. So I made a mistake about the vase. So what? I know what I saw, I tell you. I tell you.
Okay, take it easy, please, Mr. Kudo.
Don't tell me to take it easy, you spiky-haired brat. Take this. You said you were a craftsman, right? The modern world casts honest craftsmen like me aside in droves. Surely it's not that... I come from a long line of craftsmen right back to the time of the shoguns. You hear me? I didn't become an embroiderer, I was born one. Actually, I'm kind of in the same situation myself. I wanted to stick my fingers up that dribbling old judge's nose and scream right down his ear hole. Objection. Oh, so did you want to become a lawyer when you were young?
I don't think that's quite it, Maya. I think he's just in a bad mood, that's all.
I've got a tsunami of frustration inside me and it's ready to burst out.
If we let him start rambling now, we might never shut him up. What should I do? Suck it up. We might need the information. I guess it's better to let him talk. So there's not much call for craftsmen these days, then?
Of course not, you idiot. All I'm good for nowadays is running errands. Errands? Everyone takes advantage of the elderly. Buy some bread, Gramps. Take the dog for a walk, Granddad. Feed the pigeons, old man. What am I, some sort of 2-bit community handyman? Well... Buy some bread. Now that I can understand. What's the point of me feeding some seedy pigeons? Why don't people say what they mean? Get lost, that's what they're trying to say. Oh yes, I'm just an inconvenience, you see. At home? At that restaurant? Did I, at that restaurant? I just get in the way, don't I?
Pigeon friends. No, he hates the pigeon friends. I'm sure you don't. Wait a minute. What did he just say? At home? And? At that restaurant? Hold up. By restaurant, are you talking about Trebian? Did you get asked to run an errand there too?
Yes, I did. The very day that young brat was poisoned.
What? So on the day of the incident, you were asked to do... what were you asked to do?
Glad you asked, boy, because I'll tell you what I was asked to do. All of a sudden, that young lad slumped over on the table. And the servant girl collapsed. And I broke that vase. It all happened so fast. I was in a bit of a daze, you see. Then the owner shouted over to me.
Excuse me, you, call the police.
You, call them yourself. I should have said back, but I didn't think of it at the time. So, did you end up calling the police? Like I said, I was in a bit of a daze.
Did you call them on your cell phone?
Yeah, I look like I have one of those newfangled thingamajigs. Went out looking for a payphone, of course. You went looking for one? Couldn't find one right away, you know. Wandered around for 5 minutes or so. 5 minutes?
So for 5 minutes after the incident happened.
Yes, sir. The owner was at Trebian on his own.
Why didn't you mention this in court this morning?
Well, I would have if you'd given me a chance. But you all bullied me out of the courtroom.
Thank you, Mr. Kudo. You've certainly earned your kudos for the day.
Wait a minute. If that's the case, there's more. I've got more to say. Oh yes, I remember something else.
Bailiff, escort the witness out of the courtroom.
It's not my fault. You're the ones to blame.
You could have at least told us before we got to court.
Is it really that important that Mr. Kudo was the one who called the police?
What's important is the unaccounted time before the police arrived. The victim was dead, Maggie was unconscious, which leaves that man, alone in the restaurant. Mr. Kudo might have been chased out of the place on purpose.
What do you mean?
Maybe a certain someone didn't want him in the restaurant.
Oh, sure. You go ahead and say I was in the way as usual. I suppose I should have been getting myself covered in pigeon poop instead.
We need to get more details about what exactly happened. For Maggie and for Mr. Armstrong.
Looks like Mr. Armstrong's out again.
But the place is open for business. You can't leave an open restaurant without a chef.
Hey, it's not my fault, Nick. Don't take it out on me.
Only a couple of minutes after the incident happened, Mr. Kudo left the scene, leaving Mr. Armstrong here alone.
I'm missing when we need to talk to him the most.
Maybe he's trying to avoid us on purpose?
Oh, Mr. Wright.
Hello, Maggie. So they finished questioning you? I misheard her saying, "Where's Satan when you need to talk to him the most?"
Wasn't it just unbelievable in court today, sir? I'm gonna stay up all night and blog about everything that happened. Weren't you scared? It was pretty touch and go in there. Yeah, but you totally nailed that old man.
Well, he was all over the place with his testimony.
He's not the only one. Huh? What do you mean? Everyone else's testimonies don't match up either. Not with what I remember of the incident, anyway.
Nailed an old QT. Is it possible she's the one misremembering things?
Maggie, you know how you said that everyone else provided testimony that didn't match up with what you remember?
He said what we were all thinking. Yes, but we should have just stayed thinking it, not saying it out loud.
Yep, there are just so many things that don't seem to add up. The biggest contradiction is the other guy I saw at the victim's table. He was the one who slipped something into the victim's coffee. I'm sure it was him.
But didn't Mr. Kudo testify earlier today that it was the waitress who put some white powder in the coffee cup?
So you really think it was this disappearing man that did it? Well, he's not the only thing that disappeared. The CD vanished as well. You know, the CD with the writing on it. Oh yeah, the MC Screwdriver album, right?
It was MC Bomber, Maya. The name was scrawled on the on the sports paper as well.
They never did find that CD at the crime scene, sir.
Or the victim's medication that's gone missing, too.
Ouch, my head. This is getting way too complicated for me.
You said that you passed out when the victim, Glenn Elk, collapsed, right?
Yes, it was so embarrassing. I mean, I used to be a cop. When I came to, the restaurant was buzzing with police. And before I knew what was going on, they arrested me, sir.
So between the time the victim collapsed and the time the police arrived on the scene, you have no idea what went on at Trebien.
No idea. Why? Is it important, Mr. Wright?
The other witness, the old man for the park, was pretty much chased out of the picture.
Chased out of the picture? What do you mean? Old CD wasn't inside inside the restaurant because he was told to go call the police.
Exactly. And you, Maggie, were unconscious. That means Mr. Armstrong was alone in the restaurant for a brief period of time.
No. You don't think Mr. Armstrong set me up, do you?
When you consider the facts, it's hard to imagine that Mr. Armstrong isn't involved in this at all.
It's like the master biting the paw of the dog that it feeds. Are you sure about this, Mr. Wright?
Well, the old man said as much when we spoke with him earlier.
I don't know. The things that man says don't add up for some reasons, right?
Maggie looks like she's trying to figure something out.
Maybe we should ask Maggie exactly what she knows about old CD.
Right. CD, old man?
I feel much better after the trial this morning. I've been a bit of a courtroom proceedings addict for years now. It feels like forever since I saw a witness as slippery as that old man. He's not really that bad of an old man, though. Still, I feel a bit uneasy. Huh? I thought you just said you felt much better.
Maggie, if there's something on your mind, you've got to tell us. Especially if it has anything to do with Mr. Kudo or his testimony.
Roger, I'll spill all of it and see what you make of it.
Is there anything about Mr. Kudo's testimony that stood out as odd to you?
Actually, yes. The fact that he was even testifying to begin with doesn't quite what?
Well, when I took the coffee over to the victim's table...
It's true there's another customer in the restaurant.
Yeah, we know that already. It was Victor Kudo.
But I can't really say it was the old man. Okay, then how about calling him a really old middle-aged man? No, age isn't the issue. The other customer was a woman.
A woman?
Are you sure, Maggie? Well, I'm not 100% sure, but I think so. So, what did this woman look like? She was sort of creepy, and she had a kind of cackling laugh.
Creepy.
Cackling?
Why do I get the feeling I've come across a woman like that recently? Useless.
Looks like she's not here either.
Never mind that. What's going on? It feels somehow different in here.
You think?
Yeah, everyone seems to be on edge. What are you doing? Call the officers for a briefing, quick. Can't you shut down the station server? Chief, quit playing on the internet. But my email pen pal. Elite Asian princess. Save it for later. I'm turning it off now. No.
Everyone's keeping busy here, huh?
Keeping busy, more like panicking if you ask me. Something's going on, something big. These are detectives' desks. There are computers and files on each one. Funny, they're a lot tighter than I expected. I guess detectives don't spend a lot of time at their desks. This must be the chief of detectives here. He looks lost now that the power to his computer has been cut. Oh well, guess I'll just have to write her a real letter instead of an email. Alternatively, you could write up some reports. Just a suggestion. How are you? I'm okay. How was the show last night?
Wow, what an awesome job. Maybe I should send my resume and become chief.
That must be one of the detectives. He's mumbling something to himself. Even pickpockets can have their pockets picked. That's a keeper. Better go with something that doesn't sound too much like a slogan. He must be coming up with slogans for crime prevention campaign. But I'm not sure even he knows what kind of crime he's trying to prevent. Nope. Nope. Didn't want to go there. The problem is now I'm stuck with too many possibilities of what I can do. Holy smokes, that's him. Huh? That's your photo, Mr. Wright. Just look at that ridiculous suntan. For the record, I'm not sunburned like this, like an over-dried tomato, so I don't know how. He told me he'd been on a business trip to Hawaii, and that's where he got the tan. I'm not hearing this. Do people really think Phoenix can afford a trip to Hawaii? Maybe. Maybe. Oh, yeah. That's when, from when I was carrying a customer's breakfast over to them. The ketchup splotch, you mean? My whole face was fire engine red thanks to that stuff. But you spilled the ketchup on your apron, didn't you? I don't see how... Ketchup-covered omelet went flying and hit the customer in the face. Oh, talk about a tomato red face. Makes me wish I could have seen it myself. Yeah, I guess it was a sight to behold. The whole thing that is confusing to me is that all of these people interact with Phoenix, yet they somehow thought the Fire Cheeto was him at one point. Yup. Yep. About right. Anyway, I have to be right back. I need to use the restroom, and I'm gonna puzzle on this for a second. We've still got about an hour and a half left in the day anyway, so be right back. If I type in all caps, he can hear me. Fulfill what should be the first duty of any gentleman. And introduce myself. My name is Atme. Luke Atme. Alright, we're looking at you. What's your name? It's Detective.
Killer Scion.
I think that was it. He said all sorts of terrible things about Dolly. He said that she was a bad girl. Is that all? Yep. Well, Miss Faye, you heard him yourself.
Yes, that would be the defendant's lover, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
What is his obsession with calling people lovers?
We shall have to discuss this strange lapse of judgment after we achieve our victory.
Oh, jeez, I'm so sorry, Asterius.
Thanks, Meg. Here's all I caught. Use
Nice.
them wisely, my friend.
Is that a knife? I am the boss. That was so disgusting.
I was much stronger once than this.
I recognize that the defendant has made a decision, but given that it's a stupid-ass decision, I've elected to ignore it.
Tiffany started to say the strangest
This run's already
things
been worth
lately,
it.
Red Blood. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you?
We've been giving her speech lessons.
Oh, don't fret. I was just trying to help her expand her somewhat limited vocabulary.
Stay out of her head. You really think she's got something to learn from you? Learn to shut up from her.
You know, Electo, you really need to let your sister have other friends.
Wait, there was a traveling merchant. What the heck are they? Oh. Wow. That's amazing.
Uh-oh.
I'm still more than capable of besting you.
He's
That was Cerberus.
focused on that.
We're just gonna sit here and do this.
I know, it's just... You're right. I catch myself feeling particularly horrid after talking to him. He can be very frustrating and self-absorbed. Though, I know he means well. Probably.
Probably.
Really?
Ooh. 20 HP, 10 HP. No revives.
Ahoy, Lord Hagen, sir. Was that a thunder from the blasted sky?
He's alive! It's unmuted! And how are you doing, Jeraton? So, what I was saying is, I feel bad because we had just had the conversation with Gumshoe not that long ago. And me, being the idiot that I am, I forgot that we promised to do something as soon as we saw Maggie. So anyway. There it is. We promised to deliver lunch. Oh yeah, I've got something for you. I've got something you're going to love. Really? What is it? A lunchbox, just for you. Here. Wow, a lunchbox. Weenies too. I can't believe it. Thank you, sir. Did you make this just for me, Mr. Wright? Nah, it was Detective Gumshoe. Who else would make you such a nice lunch? Who else would make such a nice lunchbox for you? Detective Gumshoe. He's really worried about you. Looks like he put a lot of effort into making this too. I can't accept it. Detention center rules. No gifts allowed, sir. Hey, come on, Maggie. Don't be like that. Rules are rules. They'll lock you up if you break them. Somehow, when an ex-cop turns waitress says that, it seems a whole lot scarier. And anyway, I hate weenies. Oh, really? It's all yours, Maya. You can enjoy it with Mr. Wright. But... She's right. It's better than letting it go to waste. But... I guess so. Gumshoe's lunchbox eaten with Maya. Well, how was it? That hit the spot. I love weenies. Oh, good. I'm glad I gave it to you then, sir. She's a weenie hater. The main server just went up in smoke. Why the heck isn't the press conference set up yet? The superintendent's here already. Yeah, and there's a problem with the internet too. I already told you to stop using your computer, Chief. But I'm watching videos online, catching up on my Asian soap operas. It's gonna have to wait, Chief. I'm throwing the switch. No, just when some young guy was... Some young guy? was about to confess to his son's hot-to-trot girlfriend. Wow, this place is really buzzing. Something must be going down. Something really big. Huh? What are you doing here, pal? Detective Gumshoe. You can't be here right now. You'll be roped into the briefing if you stay. Huh? We got big problems here today. Why? What's going on? It's a virus. A virus. A virus. There's a virus ripping through the precinct's computer system. But I really need to ask you some questions. Okay, I'm only gonna say this once, so listen up. Yes. No matter how poor you get, never borrow from a place like this, you hear? Okay. If you got money trouble, just go on a diet instead of instant noodles and hang in there. We're not thinking of borrowing money, Detective. We want information. Oh, is that all? Well, let's see.
Tender Lantern is considered to be even fishier than the average illegal loan shark. And it seems it ran into trouble just recently. Those guys have been pretty heavy-handed, calling in all their debts. Really? Don't go poking your nose around in their business, pal. You'll really regret it if you upset that lady.
Alright, I get the picture. Hey, wait a minute. What did he just say? That lady.
Who's this lady he's talking about, Nick?
We better find out what's the story is with this lady.
So what exactly is a computer virus, Detective Gumshoe? I don't know. What? Look, I just go with the flow, all right, pal.
And here I thought detectives were supposed to be somewhat knowledgeable.
What's with that face, pal? You think you know what a virus is? Well, Nick, do you?
A computer virus? Sure. I mean, it's only in simple terms, of course.
Really? Wow, you know everything, Professor Nick. Yeah, I'm actually gonna call you Dr. Wright from now. Hey, that sounds pretty cool, don't you agree, Dr. Wright?
Why do I get the feeling they're making fun of me? Okay, fine. I'm no expert, but I can at least explain the basics to the two of you. A virus is a program that gets inside a computer and causes damage.
Damage? You mean it makes the machine go boom and explode?
No, the damage is, well, it's all internal.
So the inside goes boom, right?
Imagine all the case data you've got stored on your PCs here in the station. A virus could wipe out all that. That's the kind of damage I'm talking about.
Whoa, that's scary.
Yeah, and what's even more scary is that viruses are infectious.
Infectious?
Most computers are connected together on a network, right? A virus can move from one machine to another over the network. So the virus just keeps spreading faster and faster.
Sounds like a real virus, huh? But Nick, why would anyone want to make a program like that? Yeah, it takes ages to type in all that data. Why would you want to destroy it, pal?
No, people don't infect their own machines. They send the virus to someone else's.
What? That's horrible. Oh, I get it. It's like you sneezing on Godot so he catches a cold. Right, then he wouldn't be able to turn up in court because he'd be too sick. You really shouldn't do stuff like that, Nick. It's wrong.
Who, what, where, when, and why did the conversation jump to talking about me? Anyway, that's what a computer virus is. A bad program that causes damage.
And all the different viruses have names, right? I can't feel like I've heard the name of the virus we caught somewhere before.
The name of the virus, huh? I feel like I've heard it before, too.
That's the girl who works over at Tender Lender. You want to stay away from her, okay? I mean it. She does kind of look unforgiving, doesn't she? That should be the least of your worries, pal.
What's that supposed to mean? What could be worse?
Her name's Viola Cadaverini. She's the only granddaughter of Bruto Cadaverini. Bruto Cadaverini? Do you know who that is, Nick?
Never heard of him.
Bruto Cadaverini is the boss of the Cadaverini family.
The Cadaverinis. That's one scary sounding name.
We can't touch them. They're way too powerful for the police. You're thinking of taking them on, aren't you?
No. I don't remember ever saying I was going to. Better get some info out of Gumshoe. Some more info out of Gumshoe about this family. Detective Gumshoe. About this.
Ah! This is it. This stupid name. I remember now.
I thought so. Here it comes.
Don't just nod to yourself and keep me in the dark, Nick. What's going on?
It's okay, Maya. You don't have to cry about it.
A name scribbled on the sports paper and written on that CD? That's the name of the virus. MC Bomber. What? Yeah, the virus that's just infected every computer in the station, pal. It's MC Bomber.
Can you give us any more details, please? I'm not sure if I really want to get involved in this, but who are the Cadaverinis?
Who are they? Bunch of scary people, that's who.
You're a cop and you're scared? What's that about?
Trust me, it doesn't matter if you're a kid or a cop. These guys are scary. They've got some serious clout in the criminal underworld. We can't touch them. They've got too much moolah.
Moolah? As in,
they pretty much control all the cash on the city's black market.
Black market, huh? And that includes Tender Lender, I take it.
Sure, no one stands up to Bruto Cadaverini, and I mean no one.
Interesting.
So Viola's the granddaughter of some mafia boss then? Yeah, and everyone knows how much Bruto loves his little girl. She means everything to him.
So, how did she end up at Tender Lender?
I don't know, pal. But I heard she and the boss of Tender Lender are pretty tight.
Tight?
That's what it said in the file I read related to Maggie's case.
Sounds like a pretty important clue.
We already knew about the MC Bomber virus from a while back. A group of criminals issued a series of demands to the head honchos of law enforcement. They threatened to release the virus if their demands weren't met.
Who are they?
I don't know. Some hotshots from the criminal underworld would be my guess.
And now the virus has been released, huh?
Yeah, it's in every single computer in every public office in the city. Everyone's going nuts. They're hopping around like they're dancing at a carnival.
All this stuff with criminals and viruses, it almost feels like we're in a sci-fi movie.
Apparently, the programmer who made the virus was a real genius or something. Focus right now is tracing the root of this virus on the black market.
You mean someone put this virus up for sale?
Yeah, and because this one's so powerful, they're estimating its price tag was in the millions of dollars, pal.
In the millions? A virus can be worth that much?
I can't believe it. I almost forgot the most important thing.
And that is?
You know, the lunchbox? You know, the lunchbox. How did everything go?
Lunchbox?
You remember the weenies?
I hate weenies. Oh, yeah, those weenies.
So, how did my weenies taste when they went down the hatch?
Well, it was delicious.
Yeah? That's what she said? Really?
Well, not exactly.
Don't worry about it, pal. I figured something would happen, so I came prepared.
Prepared? What do you mean?
I made a jumbo lunchbox.
Oh.
Do me a favor again, huh, pal? And deliver this?
Sure is a heavy burden. In more ways than one.
I can just imagine Maggie's little eyes sparkling with joy when you bring her that.
Weenies again, Nick? Tell me we don't have to eat all these too. Gumshoe's lunchbox was given to Maya. Again. I really can't eat anymore. To the detention center. Aww.
I wouldn't go flashing that photo around if I were you, pal.
Why not?
That guy rules the criminal underworld. You could get yourselves in serious trouble. I'm talking say your prayers trouble.
You're shaking, detective.
Like a leaf.
I'm just, you know, kinda on edge at the moment, if you know what I mean. Now, this guy, the tiger.
Is he famous?
Yeah, this guy's not a loan shark, you know? Nope, he's a big lone cat.
Hence the name.
Don't pay him back, and you'd better say your prayers, because he'll eat you alive.
You're shaking, detective.
Like a leaf.
I'm just, you know, kinda on edge at the moment, if you know what I mean. That lady is the boss of Blue Screen Inks, pal. Yeah, I figure she's clean. She's got nothing to hide. She seems kinda like a doll to me. In a good way and a bad way. Kinda makes you think she might be hiding something.
You've already heard that.
Yeah, you're way too plain looking for Maggie, right?
All right. What did you think about this? Okay. This man is your grandfather, right?
Carrying a picture like that around with you, you should watch your back.
Thanks for the advice.
The family is always watching me from the shadows.
The family.
I thought I saw something suspicious under the corner of that rug. One wrong move and you might disappear forever.
This feels like Halloween, only a lot more real and a whole lot scarier too. Where are we supposed to go from here?
stuck again. Problem with the investigations is they're not always super... No, I do have enough evidence. I could have made it several steps into this at least. Says this is problem. What is that? A bunch of horse racing tickets, all losing ones. With that many tickets, you could get $1 at the recycling center. You good people are very, very bad. Cashing in on other people's misfortunes is immoral. Is that a whiff of hypocrisy I smell? But what is the relevance of these tickets? The victim, Mr. Glenn Elg, he had a gambling habit, didn't he? I don't think that's a logical conclusion based on the facts. Everyone likes to go to the races from time to time. Yeah, but not everyone buys this many tickets. Anyway, I don't believe that proves anything on its own. You're right, but I'm not through yet. Mr. Elg's gambling wasn't restricted to horse races. Lottery, horse racing. He bought a lot of tickets and lost a lot of times. That's got to have hurt his wallet pretty bad, don't you think? Maybe bad enough to be the cause of some pretty serious trouble, perhaps? No? You were right. Glenn did have a gambling habit. You good people must not follow his example, do you understand? Trust me, even if I wanted to, I don't exactly have the money to buy any. But if you win, there's no problem, is there? And Glenn had a winning ticket. Didn't he? For $500,000? Yeah, but it's hard to imagine how he could have been in trouble then, isn't it? It's true that Mr. Elg won $500,000 in the end. But that was his first stroke of good luck. He was in deep trouble before that. Deep trouble? What do you mean? Furio Tigre, the boss of the loan office called Tender Lender. Tender Lender? People with businesses should think harder before naming their offices. Like you're one to talk. Well, what do you think? Our firm is doing very well at the moment. I don't think we need to borrow money. No. I meant about Mr. Elk. You think Glenn had something to do with this Furio Tigre? Yes. I'm sorry, but I don't know of any connection between the two of them. Really? Because I've got proof that Mr. Elg and the tiger know each other.
There it is. Furio Tigre, aka the Tiger, is the boss of the loan office called the Tender Lender. This is who Mr. Elg met with on the day of his murder. And the only thing a loan shark would talk with him about would be his debt. It's true that Glenn had racked up quite a bit of debt from his gambling habit. About $100,000, I think. $100,000? Ouch. But I heard he won the lottery, so he should have been in the clear. Shame Maggie couldn't get that bit of good luck then. Okay, so the guy got lucky and won the lottery. But what if he hadn't won? What was his plan then? Well, this isn't easy to say, but he said he would use his talents to repay the money. His talents? I suspect he was talking about programming. Well, what computer program is worth $100,000? Perhaps you good people should leave so I can get back to my work? I'm so close to cracking her. The program in question, was it by any chance this? A virus? Well, this is it, isn't it? This is the virus that's infecting computers worldwide as we speak. MC Bomber. No. Yeah. Glenn's head had more processing power than any computer. But it had been infected with a gambling virus. Glenn was in too deep. You mean he was in debt? Yes, $100,000 in debt. Not an easy amount to repay. So, he said he was taking on some extra work. Something a bit risky. Risky? How? Maybe he was gonna become a waitress at Trevian. Where do you come up with these ideas? So it's safe to say Mr. Elg was the creator of this virus, huh? The MC Bomber virus? Yes. It was a work of genius in a bad sort of way, of course, but still genius. Something like that would probably fetch several $1 million on the black market. Inconceivable.
Inconceivable!
Thank you for the hydrate. Gumshoe was right for a change. This date, December 3rd, that is marked on his calendar. That was his deadline for repaying his debts. Guess we won't be needing those horse racing tickets anymore. Glenn Elg's horse racing tickets thrown back on the floor. Use the trash can, Nick.
Alright, everyone not dead, sound off.
Learbag! Welcome in, Raiders! How's everyone doing? I do what I want, Phoenix says he picks up the trash and throws it away. Hey, can we get a shout out for Learbag, please? Is that a Pooh Bear dancing him up? So it is.
We're gonna have a David Dobrik video coming out from Bev.
What does that mean?
I'm sorry, if not, you know, like how his friend had that whole thing happen and...
No, I don't pay attention to those fuckers.
Open it! Open up the fucking gate, bitch!
Who's David?
Oh,
No way!
What up, player? Let's go, baby!
Who's David?
He said, who's David Dobrik?
Yo, who's David Dobrik? Yo.
How you doing tonight, Learbag? How was stream? Never been streaming or playing much at all. It's unfortunate. Well, unless things have been good outside of streaming and gaming, so. So much for the shout out. You always get a shout out when you come here, dude. Let's see. Okay. You said that bandage around your head was from an operation. You also said you suffered a fatal injury to the head, correct?
Yes, the operation was very difficult, apparently.
By now, fatal injury. By fatal injury, you mean that you were hurt very badly somehow, right? Figuring out some stuff and focusing on other things lately, but yeah, whenever I can take some time, I'll play and hopefully stream it. Okay. This thing. They offered you a job in Colorado, huh? You think you'd have taken it? I have here a car repair bill. From this, it seems pretty obvious that this car was involved in an accident.
Let me see that. This bill is made out to the Cadaverinis?
Yes, it is.
I don't think I ever introduced myself. Tell me, what do the Cadaverinis have to do with me?
Something tells me she's not about to say hi and introduce herself. All right, then. You accepted it. Sweet. Be there at the end of the years for 4 months. Remember, you guys gave me some feedback on where to go. Yes, I accepted it. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Crazy, elevation is crazy there. You'll end up with improved cardio after that. Yeah. Also, congrats. Gonna be hard because of the snow. Yeah. Yeah, but there's also some pretty good stuff out there. I know exactly who you are, Viola Cadaverini. You sustained that injury in a traffic accident, didn't you?
It happened about 4 months ago. I was driving in one of our family's cars when someone pulled out in front of me. It was a motorbike or something like that. I don't remember it too much. Anyway, I started to try and avoid it, but...
Super excited. Right on.
I took a blow to the head. A bad one.
Yeah, I can't imagine. So what happened to the person on the bike? I'm guessing they didn't get away with injuring the Viola Cadaverini, right?
I don't know what happened to them. They ran away, or so I heard.
Ran away?
If they'd stayed, I'd have...
Is it possible it could be this person who committed Could the person who committed the hit and run have been... It was this man, wasn't it? He was the cause of your accident.
It wasn't Don Tigre. I refuse to believe it. We collided the motorbike and my car. But Don Tigre isn't injured at all, is he? It was the tiger who caused Viola to crash. I could feel it. Plus, one of her locks just broke, so she must suspect it was him too. I'm sorry, Miss Cadaverini, but I've proved the tiger was involved in the traffic accident on his bike. It's not exactly a motorbike, but Mr. Tigre rides around on a scooter, doesn't he? And you'll notice that the front wheel guard is badly damaged. Miss Cadaverini, you know the truth, don't you? This repair bill was paid by Furio Tigre. The Cadaverinis have known for ages who caused the accident, haven't they? It's possible, perhaps. Somewhere inside me that I know that may be true. I knew it. But Don Tigre still saved my life. The operation was very complicated. It was very expensive. How much are we talking? Very, very, very expensive. She seems kind of hesitant about giving me an actual figure. I should back off. Well, anyway, it was the tiger who paid for it, right? After I recovered, Don Tigre told me. He said he paid for the operation because he cared about me. I believe him. Really? But do you honestly believe that to be true? Wouldn't you like to know, Wither Boy? Do you want to know what I think? I think the reason he paid for the operation wasn't because of you, but someone else. Perhaps I shouldn't be saying this, but your grandfather, Bruto Cadaverini, controls a lot of dubious cash, right? And you are his beloved pride and joy. Sure, I don't know exactly how much the operation cost, but if you weren't the granddaughter of Mr. Cadaverini, do you think Mr. Tigre would have paid the money? $1 million. Four months ago, I was in a traffic accident. That's why I needed the operation. When I woke up, they told me it was nothing serious. A simple procedure. Oh, really? Well, I guess if she recovered in 4 months, it couldn't have been too big. They said the operation cost $1 million. $1 million? My grandfather ordered Don Tigre to pay $1 million in compensation. Compensation, huh? It's underworld lingo for paying money to settle a score. Basically, pay or get into some serious trouble. But $1 million? This has to be related to our poisoning case somehow. I wanted to believe him. I wanted to trust what Don Tigre said. He said it had nothing to do with my grandfather being Bruto Cadaverini. I wanted to believe he helped me because he cared about me, not about my grandfather. Oh. But I knew that wasn't really true. Wow, I'm so sorry. What did he get what he did to get the money, it was evil. He said it was all for me, so I helped him. You helped him? In what way? Here, take these. What are these? Medical papers? I'm Bruto Cadaverini's daughter. He had to pay compensation. He was made an offer. He simply couldn't refuse. Welcome in. I'm level 394 on Dark Souls 1. I'm gonna call you 394. Cadeau be like... Viola's medical papers. A $1 million bill for cranial surgery. Payment was due last year. Wow, I feel so bad for Viola. Thank you for the follow-up.
Screaming in, literally.
How are you doing tonight? It's inexcusable. Huh? There are two things that I consider inexcusable. Poisoning and betrayal. Only a coward would hurt people using either of these tactics. Doing good? Glad to hear it. Is everything alright, Nick? We should get going. Right after we finish our espresso. Yeah. I won't need to convince Viola of anything else, so I guess I can get rid of this. Repair bill thrown into the trash. Oi, chef, you here? Yeah, bonjour. I have been waiting for you to return. Mr. Armstrong. Good timing. I was hoping to find you here. We'd like to ask you a few questions. Oh, did we... I misread that. That was probably Phoenix saying we have a few questions to ask you. Did I misread that? Whatever. Anyway. Well, he hasn't got anything to say to use, fellas. Ah, it's Zinny up. Oh, you call him Ziniope. Ah, come out from under the table already, Maya. Okay, hand it over. Well, what? You just want to play games with me? I don't recommend that. The medical papers. Now. I wonder if Maya had to write that down before coming up with that. Given her weird gaps in knowledge, I wouldn't be surprised if she didn't even have to at all. Uh-oh, I think he wants Viola Cadaver in these papers back. You mean this? The $100 million dollar medical papers? Miss Cadaverini trusted you. That's why she said she helped you. Forget about it. That girl's dumber than an eggplant. You just want to know what's sad? I'll tell you what's sad, and it ain't only her face. She thinks she's got power because she's Bruto's little girl. Now that's sad. I can't let you have these papers. Tomorrow in court, I'm going to expose what you did to get the $1 million you used to pay this off. Are you crazy or something? I don't care if you want to give it to me or not. There's two of us here, you got that? Two. Oui. Mr. Armstrong? Forgive me. Désolé. I cannot argue with him. That really hurt. Is that all you's got? I'll be taking those papers now. Armstrong, get that lighter. Wait. Don't take it too hard, Phoenix Wright. I was so stupid. I shouldn't have let my guard down. This is the second fucking time you've done this, Phoenix. Those medical papers were vital evidence. Holy pal. Detective Gumshoe?
Detective Gumshoe. Detective? You think you're gonna stop me, Copper? Beat it. Ah.
Wow! Come on, Gumshoe, keep it together. You guys gotta get out of here. Leave this guy to me.
But
Go, pal, and take this. If you get hurt, who's gonna look after Maggie, huh?
all right. Thanks, Gumshoe.
Wait, Nick, don't leave me behind.
I'll get even with that guy tomorrow in court. Tender Lender is going down.
Stepping away for a bit. Please don't burn anything down in my absence. Oh, that's a tigre. Okay.
Good morning, Mr. Wright. Good morning, Maggie. So, what do you think is gonna happen today, sir? Yesterday's session didn't go so well and ended on a giant mystery.
That's true. And we still haven't solved a single part of it yet.
Are you okay, Nick?
Huh? Oh, yeah, of course. Tigre is a whiny bitch who would cry if you scuff a shoe, I bet. Harsh.
But true.
No, that wasn't doubt. That was, determination.
Why don't I believe you? It's nearly time, Maggie. You'd better get going to the defendant's seat. Roger, don't let me down, Mr. Wright. I'm counting on you. Hey, pal.
Hey, Detective Gumshoe.
Quit stressing Maggie out. She doesn't need that.
How did you know she was stressed?
I was watching through the doorway.
Oh.
You look like you lost the case already. Show a bit of confidence, will you, pal? Here, maybe this'll help. Huh? Have you taken up aromatherapy too? Not in a million years, pal. Don't tell me that you don't remember this thing.
What to think of it? That doesn't look like one of those aromatherapy bottles.
This is that small bottle that turned up in Trebien's kitchen a couple days ago. Wow, look at all these little bottles.
Oh, they're aromatherapy oils. He's got so many. They're overflowing onto the floor.
Hey, wait a minute. There's one bottle that's different from all the others.
Well, what do you know? And it doesn't have a label either.
And it doesn't smell.
Oh, don't tell me it was the guy's medication.
We finally got the analysis results back from the lab. So, what is it? Is it the poison? I'm afraid not, pal. It's medication. Medication? Yeah, for ears. Topical use only, apparently.
For ears? You mean...
Yeah, it's the medication Glenn Elg was using for his ruptured eardrum.
What was Glenn Elg's ear medicine doing in the kitchen? Small bottle refiled into the court record. What about the unidentified fingerprints? Anything on that?
Someone screwed up, so they only had time to analyze the contents of the bottle. Another hour, and they might have gotten something on the prints, but...
That's going to weaken its impact as a piece of evidence.
Okay, pal, this is it. Make sure your defense is impregnable today, got
it? Today's trial. I'm gonna expose that guy for what he's done. Or my name isn't Phoenix Wright. Alright, we got about 20 minutes left tonight. Court is now in session for the trial of Maggie Bird. First nailing old men, now exposing people? Jeez, yeah. It was, I think it was Shirtonen who said it one time when he came in, like, really strong with ace attorney, more like based attorney. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Ready and waiting as always, Your Honor. Very good. Then we'll get underway at once. Yesterday, we heard the testimony of Victor Kudo. He claims to have witnessed the defendant putting a powder into the victim's coffee. However, the witness's testimony was plagued with a number of problems. The mark on the rim of the cup shows that the victim drank it with his right hand. But according to the old man's testimony, he picked it up with his left hand. Thank you, Mr. Godot. Furthermore, according to the witness's account, the victim was listening to the radio with an earpiece in his left ear. Yet the victim's left eardrum was ruptured, which made him effectively deaf in that ear.
It's amazing how many contradictions a single case can have, huh, Nick?
Allow me to enlighten you, Your Honor. The world, you see, keeps turning, and we must turn with it. You've lost me already, Mr. Godot. Don't let the mysteries of yesterday mystify you today. Only losers think like that. You've got to change with the times. That's one of my rules. Are you implying that you've resolved these contradictions? You know the answers to these riddles. The old guy wasn't just throwing seeds in here. He was throwing us off the scent. And today I'll prove it. Very well. Let the first witness take the stand. And you are? Oh, bonjour, everyone. I am Gene Armstrong, the owner and head chef of Très Bien Restaurant. Enchanté. Forgive me for asking, witness, but are you a woman? Oh la, monsieur. As you can see, I am la pert and perky gentleman, no? On the day of the incident, you were in Très Bien's kitchen. Isn't that right? With you, monsieur. Everything feels right. Wow, he's totally unfazed. Doesn't anything intimidate this guy? Very well. Your testimony, please, witness. Please, let the court... please tell the court what happened that day at Très Bien. We volunteer. When it happened, there were just two customers in my restaurant. I remember I was experimenting with some new art decor that day. Like having a large mirror between the tables, for example. Wait, perhaps that is what the old man was looking at. La cup, la earpiece, and la glasses. He would have seen everything in reverse, no? Mirror? Oui, un grand mirror. La most enormous mirror. And suddenly the mystery disappeared. And suddenly the mystery disappears. Like I said, the world keeps turning, so roll with it. That would explain the cup and the earpiece conundrum. The mirror would have made everything appear back to front. What the heck? It's way too early in the morning for this to be happening to me. Now then, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. And who were the two customers exactly? Why, of course, the young man who died, and the other not-so-young man. You are referring to yesterday's witness, I presume. What about the other man Maggie says she saw at the table? Something tells me Mr. Armstrong isn't planning to disclose his existence.
need some hard evidence before we can bring him up, don't we?
I guess I'll just have to try a different approach for the time being.
You were experimenting with Art Deco? How come I never heard about that before today?
You are not familiar with the language of interior design, monsieur.
Please stay on topic. Now then, why didn't you tell the court about this before?
But I did, just a few moments ago. Ahem. Excuse me, Mr. Armstrong. This deco you mentioned, are you referring to some sort of decoction?
No. Art Deco, it is a style of design, Your Honor. He's talking about interior design. Walls, ceilings, carpets, that kind of thing.
Ah, yes, of course. That deco. I was trying to achieve a more feminine look for my restaurant. I was planning the most bold remodeling of the decor.
Like having a large mirror between tables, huh? How big of a mirror are we talking about here?
Both, something about 4 meters wide and 2 meters high.
Let's see, if 1 meter is about 1 yard, holy glass in a frame, that's huge.
I was intending to install it on the ceiling eventually.
The ceiling? Was there a mirror on the ceiling? I don't remember.
I know, but I decided to go through with it in the end.
I decided not to. Okay. What should I do? Should I ask him more about the mirror or not? Press harder. If you really had such a large mirror in the restaurant, someone would have noticed it. But there's nothing about a mirror in Mr. Kudo or Maggie Bird's testimonies.
But...
You didn't ask, Trite. You have only yourself to blame for such sloppy work. Oh, that was Godot. I messed up. What?
A mirror was delivered to Trevian that day before the incident.
Really?
As Mr. Armstrong testified, he was carrying out some design changes. And as it turned out, he didn't actually use the mirror in the end.
This just doesn't add up. Even if a mirror was delivered to Trevian, it doesn't prove that it was in the restaurant on the day of the crime.
If you want to doubt someone, Trite, look in the mirror. I'm sure the person looking back at you will be dubious enough. So, the witness yesterday had seen the victim reflected in a mirror.
Wait a second. Okay, so I can't really point to it. He said he was so... So, victim was in this row, right? Kudo said he was in that row, across from him, so he would have been in the bottom left. Looking directly across at the guy. If he was looking directly across at a mirror, he would have only seen himself. Normally, I'd expect people to know the difference between a reflection and a real object.
Normally? How does normally come into this? That's lame, Trite, even for you.
Huh?
Are you trying to say that something isn't normal, it isn't possible? Is that it? Where does that leave the porky-headed lawyer and the top-knot chick over there? And the ungodly cool guy with the mask over here? Well, Trite.
Ah, not the hair. I do not have a top knot.
Mr. Godot is correct. The lack of normality is not the basis for discounting an argument.
The end. Logic is one la day. everything? He would have seen everything in reverse? Wee. Hey Nick, we should take a look at, we should take a sec and think about what old CD said in his testimony. How did he phrase it again?
The boy was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the green lens of his specs. No question, you can lock me up if I'm wrong, but it was his left ear without doubt. And then he used the same hand to pick up the cup, his left hand.
If he saw everything he described reflected in a mirror, then everything he said he saw on the left was actually on the right, huh?
And that clears up all the problems with his testimony, I guess, or does it? Huh. It's kind of hard to believe everything's the fault of a mirror, but...
Do you think old CD saw everything through a reflection?
If he did, it would explain all the contradictions in his testimony.
That just makes the situation worse for Maggie. There's gotta be something that old in that old man's testimony. We've just gotta dig deeper.
Face is good, face is good. Oh, whoops. Okay, so my logic does actually relate to this one. Yeah.
Did I not press on the last one? Everything? You would have seen everything in reverse? Hey, Nick, we should take a second and think about what old CD said about his testimony. How did he phrase it again? You return to this. I am stumped. Let's see. The coffee cup, the earpiece, and the HMD. Let's think back over Kudo's testimony for a second, shall we? The boy was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the green lens of his specs. No question, you can lock me up if I'm wrong. It was his left ear, without a doubt. So to summarize, we were told both the HMD and the earpiece were on the victim's left side. Now, if Mr. Kudo saw all that as a reflection in the mirror, it means both the HMD and the earpiece were actually on the victim's right side. Exactement. You see, monsieur, now that you think about it, it is not so hard, no? Unfortunately, that's where we run into a monumental contradiction with the facts. If Mr. Kudo really did see everything in a mirror, why is it that the HMD is now on the wrong side of his head? Order, order! Mr. Wright is correct. If the witness genuinely observed the victim reflected in a mirror, then we would expect the victim's eyepiece to have been over his right eye. How bitter. Trite. You should have a taste of this bitterness. It'll calm you down in no time. Are we talking about your coffee or something completely different? You don't understand the way the witness thinks. How he thinks? You remember this, I presume. Kiddo's coffee, that means I can have some too. No. I don't need you wired at this hour. I broke the vase. Sorry. Apology I broke the vase. Sorry. Apology letter? I mean, Mr. Kudo's sworn testimony? Exactly. The old man has a very grievous habit other than throwing seeds. The more of an impression something makes, the more muddled his mind makes it. And that's what's most striking thing. And what's the most striking thing about Mr. Elk? Clearly, it's the victim's eyepiece. And that's my point. The old man strikes again. Mr. Elk's HMD made a big impression on the old man. I saw the earpiece and on those newfangled spectacles he was wearing. Oh yes, they were both in his left ear, do you hear? His left ear. Yeah, well, trite. That's the worst but best impression of Kudo ever. I wasn't really doing an impression, but okay. Wow, I really thought he was old CD for a minute there. Kudo's good. Enough. I must agree that yesterday's witness was irresponsibly rash in much of his testimony. Bad luck, Nick. Sounds like, looks like the boil of a contradiction you found is just a rash. A mirror can't be beaten by a handful of seeds, nor can it lie. So, what exactly was the old man looking at? Fill us in, Mr. Armstrong. Go on and tell the court. We're all ears. Oui, I can explain. If you please, we'll look at the plans of the restaurant. And that's where we'll actually pause for the night. Hey. Should be able to finish up this case next stream. That'll be on Friday. For now, gotta figure out who we're rating to because I have to go to work tomorrow. I need to get things ready and make sure I'm good to go for the week. So, who are we rating? Video, Twitch. Oh, my head. Let's raid Shy Little Alligator. She's playing the quarry. It's a horror game by the same people who made Until Dawn and the other related games there. Alright, so no raid message tonight. Shy Little Alligator has text to speech on, and that kind of spam isn't really good with text to speech. And B, I still have to figure out what's going on with the command on my Stream Deck, so I'll take care of that later. Anyway, yeah, so next stream should be Friday. We'll be playing Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney some more. Hopefully getting through the rest of this case and starting on I think one of the cases I'm looking forward to more so in this game. Have a fantastic evening, QT. So again, if any of you have not already, once we get over there, do yourselves a favor, follow Shy Little Alligator. She's fantastic, wonderful soul. Plays horror games like they're going through an amusement park sometimes. So, for what force your night down? I can't make any promises there, Psychotic. But everyone, take care of yourselves for the week. Have a wonderful evening. Be excellent to each other.